How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. They are lying to you. The big banks are lying to you right to your face, honestly. And it's not surprising. It's not surprising, but a lot of people don't see it. And I want to talk about it here today. I have some proof of it. We have some news that JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon, their CEO, has been very bearish about Bitcoin, has talked about how he would not buy it, how he doesn't want to invest in it. He doesn't even want to talk about it anymore. Their clients now hold more Bitcoin than they do gold, which has been around for, I don't know, hundreds, thousands of years, right? And it's been investable for a long time. The ETFs are relatively new, and yet their clients are still weighting it higher in their portfolios. Now, let's get into it. If you don't mind, hit subscribe, turn on the bell notification underneath the video. There's also a link underneath the video so you can start trading on Margex. So if you want to trade on leverage, it's not right for everyone, but you can trade with that link underneath the video. There's also a link to CoinW as well, where you can trade futures, and you can also trade spot there. Now, I will apologize, this sound's not going to be as good. I'm here on the beach. I thought about going back up to the room, but honestly, it's just a very nice day, and it's our last day here, so I'm going to take full advantage of it. But I needed to make a video because this is just kind of crazy. Let me get off my face for a second. It's going to skip an audio for a second, so we'll go over to what Jamie Dimon is saying. Okay, so a couple months ago, Jamie Dimon said he will never personally risk buying Bitcoin, and I do think it's a risk if you're a buyer. He's also talked about how he didn't like Bitcoin. I believe he said something similar to Warren Buffett, which is basically it's poison, it's worthless. He wouldn't buy it for any amount, that kind of stuff. And then he lashed out against cryptos, saying if he were the government, he'd close it down. He also said he doesn't even want to talk about it. I think that was when they were at Davos. He said that that he didn't even want to talk about Bitcoin anymore. And maybe that's because the price of Bitcoin had been going up recently then. And he said, basically, I just don't want to talk about it, right? Don't give me flack for it. I'm not going to talk about Bitcoin anymore, even though he had said a lot that he didn't think people should buy it. But after that, it came out that the U.S. banks were seeking U.S. SEC approval as they U-turned on Bitcoin. They basically sent something to the SEC, financial groups lobby SEC to change accounting rules that make it costly for banks to hold crypto. They saw, hey, the ETFs are highly profitable and growing, so we want in on that. We want to be able to sell this to clients. You know, we could get a 1% fee, maybe even more, and we could get that from our clients if we started being able to sell it to them. They say banks face challenges navigating current SEC rules, advocating for changes to support wider adoption of crypto custody services. And JP Morgan's also talked about Ethereum in the past. It was actually last cycle they talked about the potential for Ethereum, saying that it could be a $40 billion a year industry, just the staking of Ethereum. So they want in, they have clients that want in, and right now they're turning away from JP Morgan. I guess in their investments division, maybe they can buy through there. I haven't heard whether it's been approved by JP Morgan financial advisors, but it's not available to a lot of clients there. Now it's coming out that Bitcoin is overtaking gold in their clients' portfolios. Now I will say the internet quality is horrible here, so if you don't mind just waiting here for a second for it to load. They basically said, based on the risk-adjusted weighting, or not even risk-adjusted, but just adjusted for volatility, that Bitcoin's allocation in investors' portfolios has reached 3.7 times that of gold. Bitcoin is now overtaking gold in investor portfolio allocation when adjusted for volatility, according to JP Morgan analyst. JP Morgan managing director Nicholas something, I'm not going to even try this last name, I'm not going to try it. Reportedly said that when adjusted for volatility, Bitcoin allocation in investors' portfolios is 3.7 times that of gold. The analyst highlighted the specific inflows of over 10 billion into spot Bitcoin ETFs. And honestly, it's a lot higher than that. I mean, just BlackRock holds $15 billion worth of Bitcoin now. So they said since their approval in January The analyst highlighted the significant inflows since their approval in January and claimed the potential Bitcoin ETF market size could reach $62 billion using gold as a benchmark. I mean, honestly, we're close to that now. Yesterday, the thread for 315 from Huddle 15 Capital shows the inflows. We had another big day of volume. BITB had 20 million in inflows, ARCB 0, GBTC only 139 million outflow. GBTC outflows decreasing recently, as you can see from this chart in the red here. BTCW 3.4 million. Let's just scroll down. So FBTC 156 million in volume. So they're positive even before we saw BlackRock. Now BlackRock came in with 140 million, so net for the day was 200 million. This is the biggest inflow week, I believe, that we've seen so far. In the end, the price is falling. People are talking about that. People are worried. And yet, we continue to see strong accumulation from Mr. 100. Here you can see on the chart, they bought a significant amount on the 15th. Also, the ETFs bought a significant amount. And yeah, there are people selling. But it's a lot of the short-term holders, a lot of the people that are just kind of tourists here. And the long-term holders are buying. You can see right here. Yeah, pack it up, everyone. The bull market's over. That little dip at the very end. Look at how far we've come. From 15, 16K all the way up to 67. It's been a crazy ride, but in my opinion, we still have further to go. Andrew, AP Abacus says, if I told you who said this, you'd be much, much more bullish. They said, I think the ETFs are just warming up. Many firms don't even have sales, guidance, or training yet. The $1 billion day buy wall may increase. Factor in ETF buyers are not day traders. Buy and hold 3 to 5 years plus. And the capital multiplier could be as high as 100x. That's just crazy to think about. What if the ETFs aren't buying a couple hundred million? What if they're buying 500 million, a billion a day here in a couple weeks? And we've actually seen the ETF flows pick up. We've seen institutions start to offer Bitcoin that didn't offer it before because it had to pass compliance. And I am in the same camp as Andrew, AP Abacus here. I think we could just be seeing the beginning here, right? A lot of people aren't offering it yet. We've just seen it start to be offered in some funds, or not even offered yet. BlackRock said that they're going to start including it in a couple of their funds, but they haven't started buying it yet, right? These are massive funds. $50 billion between the two of them, and they're going to start allocating to Bitcoin. We don't know if it's going to be 1%, 10%, but that is coming at one point or another, and that's just the start of it. There are going to be a lot more funds in the future. It's just going to be like every day there's some new fund that's offering it or that's adding it to their fund, and that's going to push up the price of Bitcoin significantly. So yeah, I mean, we go back to JP Morgan. They are saying that Jamie Dimon says he wouldn't buy it, but you can do whatever you want. He doesn't even want to talk to it. And yet they're clawing to be able to start offering it to their clients. Their clients already have it, and they're not the ones giving it to them, right? They already have Bitcoin in their portfolios, but JP Morgan's probably not the one offering it. They want a piece of that pie. So watch what they're doing, not what they say. And they want in. A lot of institutions want in. When all this money wants in, it will force up the price. It just takes some time. So, stay long-term focused. We're not even at the halving yet. Right? I got some payments in Bitcoin, and I was going to sell them because I had a plan to sell them. I just was accepting them in Bitcoin. But I'm keeping them. Right now, I'm not selling them because the price is just too low, in my opinion. What is the point? What's the point of selling when it's going to move up in a couple weeks, a couple months? That's kind of my thinking. Yes, I was going to sell, but we'll probably be back up 10%, 5% here in a couple weeks. Now, I don't know that for sure. So, don't invest anything that you need short term, but it's something to consider when you're looking at the long-term approach. Whether you want dollar cost average out right now, maybe not the best idea. Let me know your thoughts, though, underneath the video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for letting me film this video on the beach here. Just, like I said, too nice a day. Look at this. It's just freaking beautiful. Let me know your thoughts. I appreciate it. Check out the links underneath the video to Margex and to CoinW as well. There's also a link to Blowfin in case you want to try that. I have a couple longs open on there, and I've really liked it as well. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.